everybody, I'm Elyse Explosion and I am here with you today to talk about something that I don't think really gets talked about frequently in internet circles or mental health circles. Today I want to talk about hobby burnout. Now most people think about burnout in like a work sense where they've invested a lot of time and effort into their place of employment, or creative burnout where they've been doing the same artistic endeavors ad nauseum, and they've hit a rut that is really making them not want to stay or stick with what they're doing. And you can, I'm going to drop some resources in the comments about that. It's something that is impacting a lot of people I know, but for me, the work that I do, while I work pretty long hours sometimes, and it is kind of a physically exhausting sort of ordeal, I like it. And I'm not feeling burnout in that regard. But for me, I'm really starting to realize how much of a wall I've hit with my hobbies. And I just kind of wanted to talk about that. And maybe this is something that you can relate to. Maybe this is, I talked about it on stream the other night, and a lot of people told me that I wasn't alone in feeling this. But this is like a chatty sort of vlog, and I'm gonna lay out a bunch of the things that have led up to me feeling this way, and we'll see how to go from there. So I actually took some notes, and I would do this without notes, but I think it would be doing myself a disservice. So, let me just kind of go through what my brain has been doing lately. So like I said, most people think about burnout in a work sense, and work for me vacillates frequently, but is overall okay, albeit high stress, and takes up a lot of my personal time. I moved house about a year ago, a little less than a year ago at this point, for one of the reasons to be closer to my job. But long hours and exhaustion are the norm. I get home from work and all I really have in me is maybe make dinner and sit at the television and, vegetate. I'm barely even getting in, outside of work, the exercise that I want to be getting in right now. I initially turned to my hobby pursuits during unemployment and a period of extended downtime. So I had a lot of time to spend filming and editing and creating and doing all of these things with no additional repercussions or, obligations, really. And I've gotten so much creative benefit out of them. I've engaged with community, I've met new friends, and I've pursued new interests just because of both YouTube and Twitch. And I'm going to include Twitch in here too. However, after a while, and I know I've mentioned this a couple times on this channel, I started to feel pigeonholed into doing just dolly things on this channel. And if you know me, my life is so much more than just my doll collecting hobby. But the only way to chase the algorithm for doll videos is to get the newest things first and film them and edit them and upload them right away before anybody else has a chance to do that. That's the only way that I would notice my videos getting any sort of traction beyond my immediate community. And yeah, I do tend to chase the algorithm because after 8 years of doing this, I'm still not monetized. I am at this moment, I'm about 500 watch hours away from getting monetization. And I would love that. It's not like a sit back and coast kind of thing once that happens, but for the amount of time and effort that I put into things, a little bit of money here and there wouldn't hurt. Frankly, it would not be an immense amount of money, but it would feel a little bit more balanced. And, getting the newest thing right away means spending money, and that adds up. That adds up a lot. And I've attempted to pivot to doing other things that I enjoy, but it feels like after having done doll stuff for so long, that's the only thing people are interested in watching. And that's not a mark on you guys. That's just what my brain is telling me right now, you know? So I continue to do the doll things while peppering in other pursuits, like my travel videos and videos that have, you know, more sincere voiceover to them. And then I went on hiatus back in July 2023 when we were locking down and preparing for the move. You know, we needed to pack up 10 years worth of apartment living and move it, you know, halfway across the state to the new house. That took a long time. Preparing the new house also took a long time. And I tried to fulfill the commitments I had previously made as best as I could. But I struggled to find my footing after the move. You know, I reached a breaking point and I just kind of shut down. I did not feel the drive or the ambition or the want to make the same videos that I'd been making nonstop. It felt bad to me, and I always told myself that if I stopped getting enjoyment out of the things that I was doing, that I would seriously reconsider that. And I don't want to stop making YouTube videos, and I don't want to stop streaming, but I had to like reel it in a little bit and really take some time to think about how I wanted to approach things. You'll notice that that is a common trend here. And I kind of got in the rut of like, you know, who actually wants to watch the stuff that I'm doing? You know, everyone else is doing it differently or better, and what do you have to offer? And the answer is me. I'm the common trend here, you know, and I should hope that people watch the videos as much for me and my personality as it is for just like, you know, this doll that I picked up. So yeah, after like 6 months back in the beginning of the year, I finally, inspiration hit again. And that's when the Diner series manifested. It was such a brilliant idea, and I had so much fun with that. I felt so re-energized and ready to go, and unfortunately, during all of that time, I got some nasty computer issues. Nasty computer issues. I worked through the entire series while my computer shut itself off like every 20 minutes. I also did not realize that as I filmed that, some of the earliest footage was with my new phone, and my new phone was set to record exclusively in like 4K HD, and my computer was not capable of handling that. Hence, more of the shut-off. So it was a challenge, it was a struggle, it was a lot of work. And meanwhile, my attempts to stream are met with crickets. You know, people are busy, people have things they need to do, and I can't and don't expect people to be there every time I stream, but I don't stream just for me. I stream to engage with the community, to engage with the audience. I like having that direct conversation. And if nobody's there, then why bother? On top of that, not to mention the whole shit thing with Twitter, Elon Musk, and X's perpetual fascist temper tantrum, I completely abandoned a site that I felt very socially connected to for a very long time. I made my Twitter account like my senior year of college, and it was my primary source of communication with people. I can't bring myself to use that anymore, and though other people have followed me to Blue Sky, I do use Blue Sky. I am on Blue Sky at ElyseExplosion.fyi. You can follow me there, but it's not the same. You know, there's still a lot of components and a lot of people that haven't migrated there or aren't migrating there or started out there and didn't like it as much and left. And that's fine. I get it, but the fractioning of community makes it so damn hard. And then after the Diner series, I shut down again. You know, my body was just not willing to do what I wanted it to do. My brain was not willing to do what I wanted it to do. And I just got in this like terrible feedback loop of it's not worth it. It is worth it, but I don't feel like it. But you do feel like it, but you can't. And you know, that's where I'm at right now. So now what? You know, how do I reclaim enjoyment from my creative pursuits while still pushing it to be something that people enjoy and want to engage with? And I think I need to kind of reel it back to something that I said before. The common thread is me. And only I can make things that I think people would want to enjoy, because only I know what that is. You know, the algorithm can speak for whomever. You know, if YouTube wants to push my videos, then more power to them, man. That's awesome. But I think what I need to do is I really need to take time to make things that are good. And also, I've taken a lot of time to just kind of go through my collections and stuff. And I did mention this. If you guys watched the last video on this channel at all, the one where I was having like an existential crisis while talking about a doll, you'll know that I probably wasn't super well while making that video. So what I'm doing is I'm going through a lot of my collections. I've pulled a lot of stuff that I just don't engage with as much or enjoy as much and listed it for sale. I've sold some of my Monster Highs collectors. I've sold some of my Rainbow High and Shadow High dolls. I've got a lot of like Funko Pops to go through, some more dolls I want to cull, and really just keep the things that make me happy rather than just keep hanging on to stuff for the sheer want of stuff. So keep an eye on my Mercari. I've been selling everything through Mercari, if that's something that interests you. Not to mention, you know, we've got a lot of financial obligations that we need to tend to. So it helps in that regard. It helps kind of mentally to help the financial situation, and it helps kind of mentally to ease my collection a bit. And yeah, I am actively looking for like counseling and a therapist, but I need to find somebody that takes my insurance first and has hours after I get out of work. You know how that goes. But all this 15 minutes worth of word vomit to say, hey friends, I hope you're doing well. I missed this. I need to get myself back into a position where I feel happy doing this again. And I think I'm ready. I think I'm ready to kind of take those steps. I have so many things that I have filmed that I have not actively edited or uploaded yet because I'm a little afraid of my computer crashing. But like, YOLO, man. I'm the only one who can do this. And I hope that no matter what I choose to do on this channel, if it is more doll related, if it is more travel related, if it is just more me related, that you come along for the ride. Because I've really enjoyed getting to know so many of my viewers and subscribers and people that have turned from followers into friends. You know, the internet is an awesome place, mostly, sometimes. But I wouldn't have this if it weren't for the internet. So friends, I think that's going to be it for this video. Stay tuned. I do have a ton of stuff in the pipeline. I've got video from when we went to the UK and Ireland. I've got video from when we were in Charlotte a couple months ago. I've got, you know, Mr. Explosion and I are starting a new series called the New Jersey Bucket List. Again, a little bit more like local flavor, but things that I think are appealing to more than just me. So I hope everybody has a wonderful rest of your day. I'll be back with some more stuff. I'm also planning on uploading a supercut of the diner videos, just kind of shoving them all together and doing like a 5-hour video of that. It's probably not going to be 5 hours, but it is going to be long. So thanks everybody. I hope to see you soon. Later.